Time to do some sketchy shit. Doo-dah, doo-dah. Hope I get away with it. Oh, da doo-dah day.
Hello and welcome to Stupid O'Clock. Joe Dog and Chris and John are all at a convention right now, so it's up to us to amuse ourselves. Oh, Joe Dog gonna regret this come at the dawn. Wait a minute. I didn't mean that exactly the way it sounded, but here's Dawn and here's Joe Bachman. And
Not the green room, Dan. Way to start out.
I'm sorry. Emily set me off. She sent a message, said she's coming, and I replied back, I had nothing to do with that.
No worse than my comment to Dawn.
Oh dear.
And my comment back was even better.
Okay, let me get to the actual comments. Let's see. Hey Carl, hey Kiri.
Hi, Carl. Hi, Kiri. Hi, Slicey Slicer. I don't know who you are.
Slicer. Yeah, don't know you already, or at least not with that name. But welcome to the insanity. Hope you've been inoculated.
And if not, you'll want to be after the show.
It is catching. It is definitely catching.
Yes, Carl, Dan is in charge. We are all screwed. I mean, the other option would be me and Joey, and we know how Mondays and Wednesdays go.
Suddenly, I've got to go parse that other statement and going, well, Joe's probably safe, but
You have faith.
No.
You silly man.
Oh dear. Okay, this has not started off the best of shows, but it'll probably get us monetized.
Oh, we'll fix that by the end of the show. Don't worry.
Why start now?
You really, why ruin a good thing while it's going on?
I know, it's you, me, and Joe. I mean, come on.
Hey.
What?
Well, I need something else to drink, so I'm going to step back into the construction site here and be right back.
Okay.
And putting me in charge of anything more complicated than... We won't go there, but...
you have a Facebook user. Hey, Facebook
hello, Facebook user.
Two.
Let's see, where's the banner thing that tells you how to let us know who you are? I'm looking. I mean, Joe Dog arranged it. It's not like it's my channel where everything's logical.
Well, and it's not like it's Joey's channel where we both have ops where I can go, you know. So.
And Facebook users, probably John, having to re-up everything. Oh,
that is so cool, Joe. Oh my God, that just looked really wonky.
Oh, that was like the one when I came in the green room and I realized my camera was pointing at the ceiling and showing nothing but the green screen thing, and I tilted the camera up and everybody goes like it was some kind of special effect that I did. Just
Joey, that was quite an interesting shot, I will say that. So Facebook user says that they are known as the Bob in fandom. So who's the Bob? And Slicer says, hello, old chums. How are you doing?
Well, we obviously have met before, but probably I was a whole lot more drunk then than I am now. So let me catch up and I might remember.
Chris said outside. Oh, Chris, hi. Outside Bob in some circles.
Oh.
Svengoolie, goddamn.
Svengoolie, I think Svengoolie's gone to the son of Svengoolie by now. Or they goes to the grandson of Svengoolie or something. I'm not sure. It's not in my area, so I didn't get to watch it. But I'm well aware with that phenomenon. I have been running HallowCon for years.
Okay, I'm new to the community, so I'm new to that. So, hi, outside Bob.
HallowCon is one of the ones that Joe Dog is prominent in, but I don't know that he runs.
Oh, okay. Said Joe Dog knows me.
That's not a high recommendation in this particular community. Joe Dog knows us too. It doesn't mean that I'm particularly reputable.
It is freezing down in this basement tonight.
Oh, wait. By the way, Dan, it went to -5 now since I logged on. He's like, it's 29 degrees out. And I went, hi, Josh. We'll just put it that way. Hi, Josh.
Mhm.
I'm almost afraid to know what
Donna's here. Hi.
temperature
Oh yeah,
is here.
it's in Georgia. It is presently 29 degrees outside. It is presently 80 degrees in my office, which means I'm going to be struggling against falling asleep because I'm warm.
That's funny because Chris always he put Bob is one of the good guys, and he always says, "Go good guys." So go, Bob. You've seen Minions.
Well, on a bright note, I am still above 0 here, unless you factor in the wind chill.
Well,
Or convert to centigrade, or Celsius, rather.
Don't go out in the wind. The basement is a good shelter. Stay there. Ah, okay. My son Mark Mickles and his wife Bree run HallowCon's now. Okay, great.
Awesome. I'm glad you were able to stop in tonight.
Yes, certainly. Welcome.
I'll be right back.
Like I said, Chris and John and Joe Dog are at HallowCon, I do believe, and everything is going fairly well there. And Aunt Donna is here. 6 pence, 4 pence. Oh, wait a minute. 2 pence, 4 pence, 6 pence a peso. All for Zorro. Stand up and say so. I do that real well, don't I? And Kiri was just at HallowCon, he says. So I hope it's going well. I hope everybody there is having a great time. Did I hit the go live button?
If not,
What
zero.
I really want to reply back with no. We're just chatting in the studio still.
Yeah, really. Emily is here, so
we're chatting in the studio and using IS or ESP to communicate with all the people that are watching.
And thank you, Joe, for the option of getting the go undead button. I did not click that one.
Oh, well, you're at least on the right side of 0, Donna. We're underneath now.
Oh yeah, we're -4.
I am so very sorry. That
Yeah, because apparently it's 24 or 29 degrees in Georgia.
29 outside right now, but it's 80 in my office. So this is why I pay electric bills. Gladly.
Clarksville, Tennessee. Good job, Bob. I think that's Bob.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the only user we have. Because Chris was on there, but we all know who he is because it's Chris Walker.
Yep.
Who's Chris? What's a Chris?
Then there's a whole bunch of women that would look at that and go, we got to show her some pictures, don't we?
Oh God, no, thank you. I wasn't asking for that.
No, there's
That's
sweet
all
pictures,
right.
actually. There's nothing that we can't show.
He's just walking around in regular trousers and t-shirt and whatever, and just buff as all get out, damn his soul. And
damn his soul.
-27 wind chill right here. Where are you at, Slicey Slicer, that you are not in the negatives, but you got 6 inches of snow today? Or did you say that and I totally missed it? At this point,
let's see.
They're not in the negatives yet, apparently.
Yeah, Donna says it's 6 Fahrenheit there, but that don't count the wind chill. I don't know what the wind chill is outside, but
Fucking cold.
I'm
Fucking cold. That's what it
I'm
is.
I'm
That's what I read.
66 years old. It's 11 o'clock at night. I ain't going outside.
It is minus 27 wind chill here.
Like I
Ooh.
said, in technical terms, that's fucking cold.
I do have to say
Northern
that
Illinois.
I don't
Southern
think we'll see
Illinois.
Zachy tonight because it is
Okay.
even colder up there. They're like telling people use
Don't
as
go
much
out of your
solar
houses
power as you can.
frostbite.
Slices in northern Illinois, so
Oh,
Do
I
we
thought
know you, Slicey Slicer? Have we met?
Slicer.
might do. Let's see. Facebook
Bob.
user is in Kentucky, up on the Kentucky state line, so way
Okay.
northern Kentucky. So you're on the underside of one of the damn hills, ain't you? 36 degrees there. Oof.
That's a heat wave.
I was gonna say heat wave.
We're having a
Yeah.
heat wave, a tropical heat wave.
Yeah,
This is my
if I ever
home,
decide to
my
run away from
summer.
my life and disappear, I'm going to tell everybody I'm going to Bermuda and move to Alaska because nobody will ever expect me to go anyplace cold.
Well, now you just told us. Now your
That's
secret's
right.
out.
Nobody will ever believe it.
Hey, Dan, what if I'm up north? You want to go someplace cold?
I'm
It's
sure
always
that-
hot when Dawn's around.
Nice save, girl. Nice save.
Exactly.
The spicy taco keeps everything warm.
Mm.
And that sweet, sweet drizzle.
I was gonna say they've got the sweet drizzle and the spicy taco.
Believe it or not, I had a couple of mini burritos today for food. Can't give the meal a name because I didn't get to it in time. But
The breakfast place we've been going to on Saturdays does a country burrito.
Country burrito, like a Mexican country or what?
So it's egg. Let's see, egg, sausage, bacon,
Ooh, that's a breakfast
ham,
burrito.
cheese,
That's a breakfast burrito.
and
mhm.
they kind of do it the smart way. They cook it up like an omelet,
Okay.
wrap it in the burrito shell, and then serve it with some country gravy on the side.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I could see that. I could see
Slicey
that.
Slicer says the only negative he wants to see or she wants to see, they want to see this year is a pregnancy test.
And Facebook user, it won't do you any good to turn your camera on if we don't have you in the room.
Yeah.
So you can turn your camera on all you want. It just won't do you any good.
True. Rich would probably say staying warm is staying warm.
Yeah.
With a little bit of sugar on the Rice Krispies, I feel ya.
At least Carl speaks Spanish. Central America is a big place to hide. Yes, it is. Probably had to ask my youngest son for a recommendation for a good place to hide, and he'd say, that mountain out in the Midwest where Strategic Air Command has their headquarters, and I'm going, they don't have good beer. Oh dear.
So, Chris, how is Chattacon going? And Kiri, did you have fun at Chattacon?
Yeah.
And we're waiting on the
silence.
typing to begin.
It was
Kiri
fun.
says it was fun. Well, yeah, it's a convention in Chattanooga. Of course it's fun. Might be cold as fuck, but it's gotta be fun. Oh, I've been to conventions where in Atlanta where it was cold as all get out, but it was still fun, even though it was Atlanta. Chattanooga does not have that. It's Atlanta handicap, so
Slicey Slicer says it's been a while since I've been here. Wasn't there another guest, someone with glasses?
There's 2 people in here with glasses. 3
3.
actually, and I'm not wearing mine tonight. I usually have mine on. I just haven't put mine on right now.
Does Joe Dog have glasses?
Yes.
Occasionally when he wants to actually focus on something. Okay.
Oh,
Chris
it's only
says
32 degrees at the moment. To everybody who right now is above 0.
Fuck you guys. Yeah. It's cold where we are. I have a blanket on me right now, and all of our windows, we sealed them and everything before the storm came.
yeah, we got to get ready for another storm, apparently.
Oh, another
doesn't wear
storm, and
glasses.
you're 29
Another
degrees.
storm. Yeah, well, you know how it is.
No, I don't, because I live in Illinois.
What, you
Sorry,
don't have
that was a
constant
little
storms?
pointed. Oh, very much so, but they go up and down from tornadoes to, like, it can be anything.
Oh, it
Tornado
can
and
be
snowstorms can be on the same day. It doesn't matter.
it can be a bright sunny morning. 15 minutes later, it could have a tornado. 5 minutes after that, you'll see the sun come back out and beautiful cloud formations. And then there's a total eclipse, and there's some giant plant that never existed on Earth before trying to
Called
eat my
Audrey
entire
number
family.
2.
Yes.
First thing Joe said when he saw me at the bar. I'm
Oh no, Kiri, I've got to post that one.
being pickled against your will. I'm like, no, then that's your fault. I wanted the usual Joe Dog smart ass comment, because it ain't a con unless Joe is my favorite asshole. That's funny.
Emily, this one is apparently just for you.
Gotta buy him dinner first. For what? Oh, okay. I don't know what.
You said anybody that's temperatures in positive numbers, fuck you. But no, you got to buy him dinner first. So,
Well,
all
I
right.
start a new job here soon. I had to dye my hair for it and everything. So, give me a couple weeks.
Yes, Carl, because I can see you nodding. If I can see you nodding,
We've got more comments than Nick Tockert does right this minute. What's going on here?
We're all frozen.
Illinois, tell me about it. Or sometimes in Southern. Good for you, Bob. Get it done.
We're just gonna call you Bob in case there's and if there's another Facebook user that comes in.
You're just Bob.
Like you can see me. Yeah. Yeah.
The cats are acting up.
Yes, April 8th. And I think as of right now, I have it on my calendar that I'm going to be going on an adventure with Carl and Donna on a Munzie event.
Damn, my burglar alarm just went off.
Hello.
Carl? Is that really you?
It's really me.
It's not the ghost of Uncle Carl. He's wearing the golf hat.
Hey, if I don't wear the hat, you guys will be blinded. So,
and
blinded by the light.
We are really in high cotton tonight. Welcome back, Rob. I was hoping that Thursday didn't scare you off, but
well, I was terrified, but I made a pretty stern stuff.
I know I'm kind of scary, and I apologize.
I got on here because you guys are just going on about the weather. I'm thinking, oh my gosh, come on.
Yeah, you wanted to bring up the weather balloon thing that you found, didn't you?
I should have gone out looking for the weather balloon after the ground froze. But no, I had to go out where it was still muddy. And I still haven't cleaned those shoes off. They're on the back porch in a bag.
Oh, I heard another ping. Oh, we have a rocket scientist here, or a rocket publicist here.
Hello.
Hey, Zach.
Zachy! In the
There,
darky.
there are no lights because our state has activated emergency protocol because our power grid is failing.
When did you learn? When did you move to a state?
Well, everyone else here is American, so half of you don't know what provinces are.
I know what a
You've got a
province.
point.
Yeah,
He's
true.
translating from the Canadian.
Yeah,
Well,
And-
that's like 5 and 8 gallons. We get it.
and it's like minus like 70 Fahrenheit outside,
Holy moly!
and I have frostbite.
Um,
Oh, so you don't have any heat either. Yeah.
Well, we have heat. Our furnace has not stopped running for the last 4 days. Luckily, we have a gas furnace.
Okay.
oh, okay. I was about
The only
to
thing
ask if it
is-
was gas or oil.
Our
There's no-
gas furnace pushes everything up, and I'm in the basement
Mhm.
Why aren't you upstairs, Zach? Get
because
some
my
work.
bedroom window is like 30 years old and is colder than down here.
Mm.
Oh,
So
okay, yeah.
I'm just, and this is where my computer is. So, like every light off is off in the house, and they're like, they've told people to stop charging their phones
So
because
what do? You get
so my phone is
And so
plugged
you're
in.
streaming.
Get online and go.
I turned everything else off.
Chris.
Fuck you, Quebec. I'm charging my phone and going online. And you're not even in Quebec. You're in what, Alberta?
Yeah, Alberta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Well, Zach, if you're like most people, you might have a gas furnace, but you have an electric fan.
Yeah, that's the problem.
And there's
Um,
the problem.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
I've lived here 28 years and I've never seen. Yeah, my rocket always keeps me warm. I've never seen them tell the entire state to like stop using. They've told people to stop using plug-in heaters. They've told people to unplug their cars outside because our power grid is like not.
Oh, I
holding.
forgot you guys plug in your cars and stuff.
Our 2500 diesel truck has been plugged in for a week and will not start. It's like actually frozen over. The frostbite I got is because I walked from an apartment to a heated car and opened the door, slipped, put my weight on the door. By the time I stood back up, I had frozen my hand completely.
Like you seriously have frostbite? Like,
Like-
it's not like, oh, it's
Yeah, no, like legit, like my hand is starting to blister.
Now, all of a sudden, I'm very, very jealous of Rob, who lives in Florida.
I'm getting on a plane in 6 days and 12 hours. I have never counted the days and minutes after.
Zach,
Are
do
the
you have a,
airports still
do you have a
going?
gas water heater?
Yes.
Then get some lukewarm water. Put your hand in that lukewarm water, not hot water.
Yeah. I did that last
exactly,
night.
Exactly.
I've put it in warm water or like held a warm mug on and off all day. It's warm now. Now it's dealing with the burn of the bite.
The burn of it. Yeah. Ouch.
Yeah, never visit. What's funny is we were like 40 degrees Fahrenheit like a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
And now we're this. And like people are abandoning their cars on the side of the road. And did anyone watch here the Day After Tomorrow movie?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, legit. When I was driving home yesterday from a friend's place, there are cars on the side of the freeway that look like New York. And they've only been there like 6 hours.
Welcome to Atlanta if there are 3 snowflakes in the sky.
True. Y'all don't know what to do with snowflakes.
No, we know what to do. It's just there's no budget to be prepared for it.
That's fair. I'm scared what my body's going to do when I go from minus 70 Fahrenheit to plus like 80, 90 Fahrenheit in the matter of 72 hours.
You're going to get slapped a lot because the girls are going to really hate you.
Yeah, but you'll be in a warm plane on the way down there. So
I would hope so.
You'll warm up, and then you'll
Well, it's not a 737 MAX, so I hope it's warm.
Okay.
Yeah. And you let's see, is this the cruise or is this going
Cruises
to Europe?
first. No,
Cruises first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Europe will probably be mid-end of February or March.
Okay.
Let
So
it
you're
warm
going-
up there first.
You're going to the Caribbean to give them a fair warning, and then you're going to Europe, and they're going to go, we have never seen anybody drink that much hot chocolate in one sitting.
Ooh, hot chocolate sounds good.
Exactly. Slicey Slicer asked if you have candles.
Somewhere
Oh, okay.
we've got a couple not lighters. We've got a couple like electric lanterns. So like power wise will be okay. The furnace will be fine. And like I already said to my grandparents, I'm like, if the power cuts out, we'll just break the whatchamafface off the furnace and then just heat the basement rather than trying to push the heat through the house and just bring people down here. It shouldn't be bad, and if it is, it shouldn't be for long because they said they're trying to do it as rolling. But for them to activate like the thing that takes over like your TV, that they're concerned.
It's an emergency, yeah.
Yeah, I think what Slicey was getting at was there is a way to use a couple of flower pots and a candle to actually heat the room, because you get the clay flower pot hot from the candle burning inside of it,
and then it would keep the
down.
heat.
It'll radiate the heat. Yes,
Yeah.
indeed. That's one of those things that around here they try and get the homeless people to use, rather than set the entire lot of abandoned tires on fire under the freeway.
Yeah,
we've been
So
dealing
make
with
sure
that.
to get the terracotta pots with the holes on top, or the oxygen will kill the candle.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
I was going to say, I've got tons of those pots. There's only one issue. They're about 24 feet out of my backyard door, covered in about a foot of snow.
We used to
contraindicated.
We used to put a candle inside a metal coffee can.
Yeah,
and that's also a good way to keep your drinks warm.
A kettle, would work.
Well, we have a gas stove, so worst case, we'll just be huddled around a gas stove and look really funny.
Yeah, you're okay.
It should be fine. It's supposed to start warming up in 48 hours, so warm up. Only minus 40.
Another good emergency measure is to take your regular, like, candelabra candle and shove it all the way down in a can of Crisco and light that sucker, and it'll burn for like 6 days before the grease from the Crisco.
I was afraid where that was going to go.
I was too. I was like, I'm not turning myself into a rocket. That's not going to help this. I want to get to Florida, but that will not get me there faster.
I'm not, Joe Doc. I'm not telling you to eat the pickled eggs and hold a Bic lighter by your butt. I mean, seriously.
By the way, Rob, I do like your little subtitle.
Oh, thank you. I gave
It's spreading.
I appointed myself. I hope no one minds.
Yeah, but there's no money involved. It's all just hero work.
Yeah.
Oh,
So this cold situation, have you totally ruled out a Han Solo Tauntaun kind of thing?
Just cutting someone open and just.
Well, I didn't say sub one.
No. The thing is, all the people you would do that to are frozen outside. So. Yeah, the worst.
That's probably Kyle's. That's probably Skunk's area of movies rather than yours. But I'm sure that it has crossed a couple of people's minds, and they're going, "Hey, it'd be warm, but."
We'll be watching the police reports tomorrow. Just saying.
Yeah, the one thing I'm lucky. Like, we have a furnace, we're warm. Like, it's still cold in the house, but we're not freezing, right? And our city over the last week dismantled 10 tent cities downtown, and on the north side that were like 30 to 50 to 100 people at each. And basically, like, they were given like a week's notice to leave, and if they didn't, they were like kicked out, and then all the stuff was taken and thrown into the dump. So we have a lot of shelters, and the shelters do have room for them, but a lot of the shelters have rules of like things you can and can't bring in. Exactly. And a lot of people have like that. A lot of people have bikes, and they don't have like enough places to store the bikes when they go in the shelter, so they won't risk going to a shelter because they don't want to lose their bike. And they're trying to handle it at the shelters the best they can, even when it's not an emergency weather situation. But
Yeah.
makes you worry about the people that literally just lost their home base. Mind you, 4 of the 10 burnt down in the week leading up to them being removed because of propane explosions.
Yes. Yes. I saw that. That was. There's got to be a way to prevent that too, but it's probably not a public administration matter. It's more of common sense.
Mhm.
Just teach people how to heat their tent safely, and that's a whole lot more cost effective than running bulldozers through tent cities.
It's a hard one because, like, yeah, there's resources for them to get help and get off the street, which obviously is a better option. But for the ones that don't want to, you can't force them to do so. It's like at least help them do it safe, like be safe.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, the big thing's drugs. They removed 2,500 needles from I think they said 50 tents, and it's like, and most of those are like fentanyl stuff. So like that's unfortunately there's another epidemic happening. Just no one really talks about it.
Yeah. And it's not just in Canada, it's all over. This kind of thing is widespread and it's sad, and there's not a lot of public resources being used to combat it, because public resources are being used to combat other things which may or may not have the same life-saving value. Excuse me, I'm not a politician. It's none of my damn business, but people's lives ought to be paramount.
It just amazes me, like the supposed cost of things, like bringing it into like the stuff that I do. Like every time SpaceX recovers a fairing from the ocean and it's reflyable, if they recover both halves, they save $6 million. Well, it costs us $1 million to heat our old arena that we're getting ready to blow up next year that we don't use anymore. We're paying to keep it heated even though it's empty and been gutted. I'm like, hi, question. It's -40 outside. Open the damn door.
Yeah, let everybody
in. Yeah, but if the pipes freeze, it's going to be harder to blow it up.
With that too, but it's like because there was a number of charities that said, "Give us the building for free. We'll figure out how to fund it to turn it into like more than a shelter, but like a rehab and stuff to actually help people get off stuff." Because a 12-day rehab or 30-day rehab is not enough to get off fentanyl.
It's got to be better than what the U.S. does with football stadiums during a hurricane. There is no plan to keep people safe that use that as an emergency shelter. This is shameful. I'm sorry, but we should be able to do better than that.
Well, yeah.
There was some city that was putting up tiny houses.
We've done that.
Yeah. And doing that instead of letting people live in tents and be out in the elements. And at least it's got a little bit of insulation and it's got some heating built in. So, I mean, it costs a little bit to buy the gas, but, that's better than letting people freeze in a tent.
Exactly. There are all kinds of alternatives. There are tent cities they've tried to get rid of down here. And even though our weather is as mild as it actually is, it only gets shockingly cold maybe a week, maybe 3 weeks out of an entire year. If you got people that, for whatever reason, have to, this is how they have to live, not choose to live, but have to live. There's something better we ought to be able to do. I mean, state taxes are not egregious, but they are predatory. There should be something that could be done with that money besides lining the pockets of the people in Atlanta. Okay, sorry. That was a rant. I shouldn't have done that.
Hey,
Not on
Dan,
your soapbox.
you wanna change the subject, Dan? I've got one for you.
Okay.
We went to a meeting today. My adopted niece is trying to get a writers group going here in town. Okay, now Donna and I ran one for like 12 years or more, and finally just said, we're shutting it down. So there hasn't really been anything in the town for a while. My niece is trying to start one. We went to the December meeting she had. Donna and I were the only ones that showed. She didn't even show for that. Today we went down. It was Donna and I and my niece. That was it from the writers in this area. And I'm like, really? She's got like 10 people on her list, but nobody wanted to show today. I'm like, okay, the weather,
cold weather, or
we made it, and it's all the way across town for us, So, come on, dudes. We were like, how can you help people if they don't want to come to the meeting?
I have been invited to so many of those things in this local area. And basically from following them on Facebook, it's more like, hey, buy my book, not, hey, I need to learn something. Can you teach me?
Yeah. Ours that we used to run was we would have some sort of like business type of thing, to get them going. And then we'd have a topic we'd cover and talk about. And then we'd go around the room and, tell us what you're working on or what you got done this week or this month, because we'd meet monthly. And we stopped when people would all just say, oh, I didn't write anything this month. I didn't write anything this month either. Well, I thought about writing something this month. And we were like, if you guys aren't even going to try, then
if you're a Zen writer, you think about writing. Maybe this group is not for you, but
yeah. But you've got to do something. If you say you want to be in a profession, you've got to actually do that profession.
Yeah.
If Zach just sat around and said, "Oh, I just like to watch rockets," then he wouldn't have a channel.
How it started.
You gotta, you just.
That's how it started. I like to watch rockets, and I got a camera.
I'm sitting here watching them. I may as well let other people sit here and watch me sit here and watch them, right?
Exactly.
How that turned into a business. God bless the world.
I know. Yeah.
Well, actually, Zach, it's got to do with how well you explain what's going on, because you know the stuff that's happening, even though you're not allowed sometimes to broadcast the exact countdown or whatever, but you understand the process, and you're able to communicate that in a way that is very, very accessible to people that have no experience with it whatsoever.
Well, I even said that first time I watched you do a launch. I was like, oh, so Rob, you probably, I don't know if you know this or not, Zach runs a site called The Launchpad, and it's on YouTube, and he'll talk about it more in a second. But that first time, I was like, wow, he's really good at that.
Yeah, he should be hired on as a narrator for some of these things.
But that's the thing. You have an interest, you do it, and then you make a channel and explain it to people, or you start a club and But if you just sit around thinking about things, they never get done.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I started thinking about doing this for 2 years and didn't do it. Posted it on my Facebook and harassed people either. I'm like, oh, damn! If I had started 2 years earlier.
Like what Donna said, and you explained it in a
wet way. Ooh.
Wow. That went south.
Sometimes there's hydrogen leaks. It happens.
Words are hard.
You explain it in a way that doesn't put people to sleep.
There you go.
And actually, all of us that do these, here's what I'm interested in. Let me show you and let me tell you about it and why I'm so excited about it. And they do it that well. I mean, seriously, if Rob had not been such an interesting character, I probably would not have continued watching. But now I'm not only subscribed, I was subscribed to the old channel, and now he's got a new channel, and everything's going.
There you go.
Well, you become invested because it's a
Well,
lot
yeah,
more personal, and you get to
yeah.
know.
And
not just cold.
there's this extra level of, yeah, I actually went and found out about this, and I've got a way to express it to people in a manner that they will easily relate to. And that's the best channels I've ever found on YouTube. Is the ones that go, "Hey, I love this. Let me tell you about it," without making you feel like you are dumb for not knowing about it beforehand.
It's too cold
Yeah.
for ice cream, so we have cocoa
Oh,
tonight.
nice.
This time it's got 3 marshmallows in it, Emily.
If I turn around, do I get one?
Where is your
Just
Ted?
kidding.
Where's your Ted,
Yeah,
Zach?
you gotta find a Ted.
My subscription ran out.
Oh,
Aw.
The power's out. There is no Ted.
Yeah, we couldn't charge them.
yeah.
You
But
got
yeah,
the
Dan,
virtual Ted. I'm sorry.
I felt the same way, Dan. 2 of my books came out of that same kind of way. I was using Audacity, the computer program, to edit cassette tapes that I had, and I was taking them out from the cassette, putting it in Audacity, and then burning those to CD because the cassettes were all, deteriorating. And as I wrote down instructions for myself on how to do it, I thought, well, there's got to be a book about it somewhere. I'll go find the book. And there was no book about Audacity at the time.
So you wrote one.
So I wrote one. I just kept writing notes, and then I wrote the book and put it out there. At the same time, 2 other guys did the same thing. One of them was charging $50 for his book. One was charging $75 for his book. And I said, mine is $25, thank you. That's how I priced it. I just said 50 and 75. No, I can do better. Mine is shorter and more to the point. And like Donna was saying, I have humor in it. So
Yeah.
it would keep it interesting. It wasn't just a bunch of, okay, click here, click there. Why am I doing this?
This is exactly why when there's some computer program out there that I want to learn, I buy the Idiot's Guide because it's got humor in it and doesn't make me feel stupid trying to learn something.
Well, that's kind of what got me going. I was like, there's no Idiot's Guide to Audacity. And I didn't write that book because you got to get in their little club to be in there. But I thought I can do it myself, and I can publish it myself, and it's okay. It's done okay.
Yeah.
My Munzie book was the same way. We were playing Munzie. The game, it's like geocaching, except you scan little codes with your phone. And there was no book about that. And so I thought, I'm going to write that too. So, from my little notes came this book, and now it's worldwide. And I was
going to say, you put humor in it, and especially you put a green room line in there even.
Yeah. Well, it's Uncle Carl's Guide to Munzie. So,
There's got to be a green room reference in there somewhere, or his fans will get annoyed.
Exactly. And I was charging, I think, $5 for the ebook. Okay. I was going through Lulu, and I found that there was a group online that also play the game on Facebook. And I thought, you know what? I'm going to just give them that book free. I put it in the files thing and said, download it. And I put a thing in there that said, if you like this book, you can put a Munzie in my area as a repayment. If you like the book. If you don't like the book, what's wrong with you? I don't know. But if you like the book, put a Munzie in my area. And, I was charging $3 something for the ebook. It cost them $4 to put a Munzie in my area. You won't believe how many Munsies I've got in my area from Australia, Britain, Germany, all over the U.S. So I know that book's getting out there, you know.
Yeah,
and I'm getting more. You know, they're investing more than they actually would have if they just bought the book on Lulu. So I'm like, okay.
Well, and I think that MHQ, Muncie headquarters, they know that, they see that, and not that I know of or anything, but if you ask them to help you with something, they would probably do it.
Oh, I met the president. I met the president. I don't know if I told you that, Dawn. I met the president in Tennessee one time. They had a big event down there. And I met him and I said, you know, I've written a book about your game. And he says, oh, yeah, I know. Oh, he didn't know me, but he knew that there was a book. And I said, I hope that's okay. He says, oh, please. Thanks.
Yeah.
And speaking of, I got contacted this week that they want to take that book and add it to somehow their website and make it so that people could download it from their store officially. And I said, fine, have at it.
The latest version?
The latest version. Yeah. With your name.
Nice.
That's why I was like, oh,
definitely. And
so, yeah. But that's the kind of thing you have to do if you want to do something in life. You can't just be a want. You got to get out there and you got to do something about it. And, you know, take your passion and run with it. Like Rob did, you know, with his show, and you're doing with this show, and you know, Joe's doing with his show, and Dawn and doing with everybody's show.
That's
we'll get Emily working here.
Everybody's show.
That's one of the things that I like about Rob's show. He gets people interested in these movies that they may not have ever experienced before.
That's actually my main goal with it all.
Yeah.
What time is your show?
Oh, it's you know, it's pre-recorded. It's not a live thing.
Okay.
So you can watch it anytime.
But still, those are good. I like those.
Yeah. But there are so many people that did not live through these eras that Rob has been able to go, hey, this is entertaining, even if it looks cheesy. And it might be entertaining because it is cheesy. I will tell you the difference. But then explains all these things about the background stuff that even I, who had grown up watching some of these, did not know.
Well, remember though, Dan, we don't use the dreaded cheese word on my channel. That's, you know, that's the worst of derogatory.
I did not. I apologize.
Profanities. Oh, I don't think you did, Dawn. Did you?
No, I said it.
Oh, did you?
But I said it in a positive way.
Okay.
I said there's nothing wrong with something being cheesy if it's entertaining you.
Well, I mean, I'm living proof of that, but I just mean the movies I talk about.
Right. Cheese is best on the taco.
Well, see, I look at it.
Cheese is good on anything. Cheese is good
Okay,
on
in jokes are us. Now the this latest one about Brain from Planet Oros. I saw it once on Shock Theater on TV decades ago, and it was interrupted by commercials. And I got to learn more about it from Rob's most recent show than I ever knew existed before. And I actually have gone out of my way to buy books about early sci-fi movies that you know they usually they go out of the way to praise Quatermass and all the Ray Harryhausen stuff, and that's it. They just skip over everything else. I mean, and
hey, it's cool.
Here's Rob going, you know, I like this. Here's the reason I like it. Here's some background material. And I bet you didn't know this. And see y'all after I refill my martini glass. So,
I've got to watch Rob's channel too. I watch another one that's a history of sci-fi, and she has gone back to the 20s, silent era sci-fi. So Metropolis and those, and she
Yeah,
is
you
going.
get into the really early stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But what I
Mhm.
like is she also goes in the background of what was happening at that time in history, what was happening in non-sci-fi movies, and how that had affected the sci-fi that happened. Like in the German Expressionist era, when Cabinet of Dr. Caligari was done.
Yes, with all the weird angles and lighting and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think to yourself, well, that was an odd set design. Well, all they had was like plasterboard and some 2x4s, and they built a city out of the damn stuff and then made a movie, and it's loved to this day by certain people.
But enough about Doctor Who.
Yeah.
Well, that's really something people don't seem to get is budget does not necessarily mean quality, and a lack of budget does not necessarily mean a lack of quality. And that's kind of the thing is I just talk about the stuff that I enjoy. I don't care if it's popular. I don't care if the cool kids or the critics dig it. Like if I dig it, it's going on the channel.
Well, and if your passion comes through, then you've done something with it. And that's all you can ask for, is to do it with a passion of sorts.
And really, if you can innovate with a shoestring budget, and it's something that is still remembered decades later, you made your mark. Seriously, you made your mark. A lot of people nowadays go, well, what have you done lately? And I go, well, I've been dead for 40 years, so I haven't made a movie.
Well, that kind of cuts into your time.
Well, on this plane of existence, yes, but there are always the things that you see in alternate universes. I mean, look at what was it? Jaws 32 in the one of the Back to the Future movies.
Yeah.
You go, oh, this is a franchise that's gone too far, but people are still going to be buying tickets.
Yeah.
Oh, so kind of like Sharknado.
Yeah.
And too, you think about it, people look back on the older movies and the effects and stuff, and they'll laugh at them and make fun of them, etc. But they don't consider the time and how they looked at the time. That's an important factor. And I guarantee you 10, 20 years from now, people are going to be looking back on like all this MCU stuff and how just awful the CG is. And it's going to be made fun of just as much.
Yeah. Yeah. They made fun of George Méliès's movies like Trip to the Moon because the effects.
It was a very lighthearted thing, but then again, nobody had the balls to do it before then.
Well, I'm amazed that they could even do what they did in those days. They had to stop the camera and do something, start the camera up again, stop the camera, do something, start the camera up again.
Look at all the special effects in the first few attempts to do H.G. Wells' Invisible Man.
Oh yeah.
Oh, those hold up really well.
Yeah, they managed to pull it off really well. Yeah. Claude
Rains version. Yeah, that still is my favorite.
And that may not have even been the first attempt. I mean,
might not have been. Yeah.
Herbie's been around for a while.
Yeah. But you know what? Sometimes something is so iconic. When he takes the bandages off his head, it looks like he has no head, and he starts laughing maniacally, and the people run away. It's like, that made that movie. I mean, that just, that just sticks in your head. Even to this day, I've seen it once, and I still remember that scene.
And now you understand why Joe Dog does conventions, because he's unwrapping the bandages and laughing maniacally.
Well, last time it was wrapping bandages.
Because there was exploding glasses.
Well, the
Yeah.
doctor told him don't have that second glass, and he reached for it.
Hey, that doctor's prescription was really strict because the glass blew up in his hand.
I saw it.
This is a
scary.
really Trancers moment. I mean,
Mhm.
Joe Dog has been forbidden to drink because of his liver. The doctor told him you can have one. Joe Dog reached for a second one. Wine glass exploded.
Yeah, I was
And
sitting.
cut him.
I was sitting
Well,
like
you
4
told me
people
finger
away
was.
from the guy. I saw it. Yeah, he hurt that finger, which he bandaged up like that. It was like, oh god, okay.
Naturally, it's Joe Dog.
I
But
still love his response to me. I'm like, what did you do? Because he hadn't even had it bandaged up yet. I go, what'd you do? He got fucked up.
yes, he did. Yes, he did. And we were all trying to help him stop the bleeding, but he had to go do his own thing. He's like, I need duct tape.
Dear God, please
need-
tell me, did he tape the glass in his hand?
No, he taped up the cut in his hand with duct tape. This is a typical Joe Dog response. Something went wrong. Hand me the duct tape.
Yeah.
I mean, that was my response in China when I fell down some stairs and everyone just started filming and taking pictures and laughing and didn't know what a first aid kit was. I was like, Band-Aid. And they're like, huh? I'm like, duct tape.
Yeah.
I know you have duct tape somewhere in the maintenance room. Duct tape. Yeah, someone brought me a Band-Aid. Really helpful. It was one of those round circle ones. That's like this. And it's for a gash.
No, Zach. I'm sorry, Zach. I don't really mean to find that funny, but I find that really funny.
Oh, it's really funny. I was laughing about it the next day. Once the bleeding had stopped going through my suit.
You're gonna set my broken leg with a round Band-Aid. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Oh.
What done?
What did you break, or what did you break open that was bleeding?
Well, we were at one of the markets, like one of the Chinese street markets, and this market was like a hoarder's house. You couldn't see the floor, so you're trying not to break stuff as you walk through the small hallways, and not small, literally elephant in the not China shop. Well, in the China shop, going through, and no one noticed that there was 2 steps. Well, I knew there were steps, but there was a ledge up and then a step as if there used to be a door. So you're going along, and I'm like, okay, I have to go down the stairs. So I went to take a step and didn't see the ledge, and the rest of my body just kept going. So I went down 3 stairs and landed, and I don't know what I landed on, but it made a really nice injection hole into my knee. And I was like, well, that sucks. So I people, and I've got 40 people now around filming me laughing because they're like, oh, look, fat white man from Canada fell down. And no one's helping me.
Aw.
So I got up and couldn't find anything to stop the bleeding. So I legitimately think I grabbed one of their dollar bills and just held it to my leg and worked my way back to our van.
Well,
where we had some
wasn't like their money was worth anything.
No,
seriously.
Got to the van, had some paper towel, got back to our 5-star hotel with grand marble staircase, and you can't push the buttons in the elevators. This is such a high-class hotel. Went to the front desk where they speak English, and I'm like, I need a Band-Aid, please. A large bandage or some gauze and some tape. My leg is bleeding, as you can see, with the drops of blood going through your marble lobby. And they're like, huh? I'm like, first aid kit. First bleeding. See? And they're like, oh, what do you want? And I'm like, help. Ambulance. No, I don't need an ambulance.
Duct tape.
This went on.
Tape.
This went on for
Universal
5
language.
minutes. Duct tape. And they came back. The best thing is what they gave me. It was not duct tape. They brought electrical tape.
Oh, Jesus.
That still fucking works.
So I went upstairs, ripped a t-shirt apart that I didn't care about, and put that on my leg, and then electrical tape this thing around my leg. And we had a meeting to get to because this was our afternoon off. So I went and put on my suit. My black suit's at the dry cleaner, so I put on my tan suit. And we go, and I notice about an hour through our meeting that I've got this red spot that has slowly come through my suit, and it looks like I've been shot in the leg.
Jeez. Okay, Zach, my immediate thought is,
Oh God!
you were in the Orient, you got a puncture wound in some hoarder's house. Who knows what kind of weird infection you got now? And Neosporin alcohol was never mentioned anywhere.
No one did. I had some. I had hydrogen peroxide, and I had 3 tubes of like triple antibiotic.
How many times don't drink the hydrogen peroxide?
Yeah.
You're Canadian. Just drink the.
Well, see,
booze.
I did the hydrogen peroxide till I ran out, and then what we did is we were enjoying our last night in Beijing, so we went to the liquor store next to the Chinese hotel, like in the lobby of it, and we walked in, and we couldn't read anything. There was no English bottles anywhere, but they had a sign and a bottle next to it, and it equaled $2 Canadian, so about $1 American, and it was 5 liters, clear bottle, and it came with a shot tea set, and we said, we'll take 2. We still don't know what it was, but it tasted good. It had a hint of strawberry, but I just poured some of that on it.
Because, that's what you do.
It stung and it worked.
I always love my antiseptics to have a taste of strawberry. Yes, indeed.
It said like 70% or something we translated, but
okay. There you go.
It was something.
You did something. So, you didn't die, so that's good.
It either disinfected my leg or made me happy enough that I didn't remember my leg.
There you go.
And cost me no money. I don't know what happened to the tea set, though.
That is a
beautiful tea set.
That is a shame, actually. There are people around here that would pay good money for that tea set, even if you bled on it. But
well, then they pay more. Limited edition.
Canadian blood brought back from China. Yes, indeed.
We apparently export a lot of ice wine. I've never actually had ice wine, but apparently it's good. So we were in China at one hotel, and we were walking the streets in, I think we were in Chengdu, and there was a big IMB International Bank, like 140-story black tower. It was the biggest tower in the city. And we found out that there was a bar on the top floor and on the 100th floor. So we took the speed elevator to the 100th, transferred, went up to the next one. They're like, we're sold out. And we're like, oh, darn. So we went back to the lobby bar, and we're like, at least it has some sort of a view. And they gave us the menu. And there was Canadian ice wine, and we were all Canadian on the trip. And we're like, well, that'd be kind of funny. Order the Canadian ice wine in China, and we could probably get it home a little bit cheaper. And then we looked at the price. They were charging about 50,000 Canadian dollars for a bottle of this wine. And I'll finish the story, and then I'll tell you how much I found it for at home at Superstore, a.k.a. our Canadian Walmart. We asked the guy, could we see the bottle? Because we didn't believe this was the same thing that we were Googling and finding at home for nothing. And he was like, oh, we don't normally do that. I'm like, do you want us to buy it or not? And do you sell it by the glass? We weren't going to buy it. He brings out the bottle in white gloves in a box with cushioning as if it was the most amazing thing from 1700. No, it was manufactured 2 years earlier in Canada. We found it at Walmart for $5.
It's all presentation.
Right? Canadian. So like $3 US. We're like, did they add a couple zeros too many? Was it the presentation that was worth $50,000? I'm like, what are you asking? He's like, if you want a shot glass, it was going to be $500. And we're like, no, we'll go buy 100 bottles and bathe in it instead. It's okay.
I think I think the most I ever paid was like $6 for a bottle of beer. Okay, I mean, you think beer.
You've been to Philadelphia.
This was Chicago, so I thought, okay, maybe this is how they do it. It was at one of those. It was a sportscaster that used to do the Cubs.
Harry Carey? No.
Yes, Harry Carey. He has a restaurant, and thank you, Don. So it was Harry Carey's restaurant. So I thought, $6 for a Harry Carey beer. Sure, why not? Guy comes out. He's got the glass. He's got the bottle. He pours it for you. He pours it the right way. You're supposed to start a beer, on the side, kind of pouring it in sideways, and then he's like flourishes it up and down. So it's like a waterfall of beer falling into this glass. I thought,
isn't that a lot of head?
I think, yes, it did. It had a lot of head. But I thought, I'm paying for the show is what I'm paying for.
If for any of you sick-minded people, that's what you call the foamy top on the...
Hey, I behaved.
I knew what you meant.
Oh, I know, but with you people in this room with me, I
sometimes
bring that up in the green room.
Yeah.
Yes, we will.
Sometimes you can have a little head. Sometimes you can have a lot of head. But I just thought the show.
Well, you're looking at my
Pay
rocket
for it every
ticket.
time.
As treasurer of the Cults of Chris, we disavow the previous statement. Disavow.
See, in Rockets, we just call it a normal fairing and an extended fairing.
And Zach, the thing that I wanted to say before was they were trying to charge you imperial prices for a bottle of Moosehead, basically.
Yeah.
Which you can get for free with a gallon of gas at a petrol station in Canada.
Well, anytime we went out, if there was something we wanted to get at a market, if we had one of our translators with us, we gave them our money and had them go to get it.
Yeah.
And then once they had made the deal, we walked over and went, "Thanks so much," right in front of the person.
Yeah, you're really. Oh, you're a tourist. I could have made $1 million, but no.
Well, they don't expect us to be able to barter, and that's going to be interesting going down to Mexico again. Is the area we're going? They're even within the port, they say bartering is expected, and it's just such a different concept compared to what we're so used to. I'll ask for a coupon code, but actually bartering right in front of someone, that's different.
It does take a certain set of titanium balls, but yeah, you can do it, and sometimes it is expected in some cultures.
Hey, Ted.
I'm not familiar with a lot of those cultures. I just walk in and go, I'll take this 55-gallon drum Ripple and and a bag of ice.
A friend of mine went on a cruise. She went down to Jamaica, okay? And she said, I bought you some cigars. And I said, really? Where'd you go to get the cigars? Because I was thinking maybe she went to Honduras or, whatever. Or even Mexico, maybe.
Is Honduras good?
Honduras would be okay. Jamaica, no. Jamaica is not known for cigars. And so she
yes, they are.
Well,
just not the kind you smoke.
Not the kind I smoke. So anyway, she bought
Disavow.
them from some guy. She bought them from some guy on the beach. And I said, whatever you paid was probably too much, honey. But I smoked them anyway. They were passable.
We went out to eat last night, and there was this can of stuff that was sitting behind the bar that we were at. I'm like, I could read, it's a diner, and I could read something pie, but it was far enough away. So we asked Alex, the bartender, if I could see the can. And it was Mortalis Brewing Diner Pie series. It was strawberry and rhubarb crumble. It's thick like a shake almost, but it's not frozen, but it's just really thick.
Okay.
It is only 6% alcohol. It's a 16-ounce can, and it was $15.
Did you get it?
They bought two.
I can't drink. Ted doesn't drink, so it was. But
okay.
I put it this way: if I could, I would.
Question? Can you sample? Can you do a straw taste and then spit?
Not for it was a can.
Well, right, but could you order a drink and sip and just never swallow?
Yeah, I mean, when we read,
it's not near as exciting. I'm just curious.
I was going to say, where's the fun in not swallowing?
Oh, really?
When we were at HallowCon's last year,
not the green room.
I had a taste.
Disavow.
Yeah.
I had what was that you guys had? What did you guys I don't drink enough to remember shit anymore.
Where?
Statesman. The Statesman.
Oh, the Statesman. The Statesman.
And then the misty stuff that Dan. Oh yeah. If I could have drank, I probably would have been under the table.
The Statesman bourbon was better than this. Well, I mean, I know that Dan loves the Tullamore Dew because it's Irish whiskey and all, but that bourbon was better than this stuff.
I wonder if they'll have it on my cruise.
Oh yeah, if you get a choice, try that.
There's a menu. I can find it. They just updated it.
It's made by Old Forester, which I was like, oh, how good could it be? But it's one of their premium ones. It's like $50 a bottle, so it's not too much, but it's a little bit pricey, but it's worth it.
Well, I'll tell you what a classy gentleman I am and what a classy operation I run. I don't want you guys to feel a little inadequate when I talk about this, but
okay.
Applebee's has a killer mudslide.
Oh, okay. I think Donna's had some of those.
I mean, it's basically a dessert with just a bit of alcohol in it.
Applebee's is just killer all the time, no matter what.
Our Applebee's is now a weed dispensary.
Oh.
I think
I want to go to your Applebee's.
I know. That's.
do they still serve the meat, the boneless meat bites? And can I get 3 for $20?
Are you watching the chat here? Chris said you're welcome and said that it was 95 proof.
Oh yeah, Statesman, yes.
And Rob,
how can I get a job at that freaking Applebee's?
Yeah. Usually I would prefer a martini like you were sipping there. Preferably the Sapphire, Bombay Sapphire.
Bombay Sapphire is a very good gin.
Which we keep in the freezer. But I had too many of those one night in the green room and ended up sleeping under the desk for about an hour. And people made fun of me. So I've not had the gin since.
Well, of course we have to.
Well, yeah.
It's only the disrespectful people that made fun of you.
I would be disappointed.
Understood the power of the Bombay Sapphire.
If I fell asleep under the desk drunk and you guys did not make fun of me, I would be disappointed in you all. Okay.
Sounds like they're a little jealous to me.
Yeah, I think so.
That Diner Pie series, they also have an apple pie.
Oh, that's what Donna drinks. Yes, the apple pie.
Yeah,
those moonshines. Oh my God!
Hers is the moonshine, not that 6% whatever that Dawn was talking about. Hers is like, I don't know what it is, 90 proof or something.
Yeah, about
yeah,
80 to 95%, which would be 170 proof. So
probably.
Yeah,
because that night that she drank the whole bottle of strawberry, chocolate covered strawberry flavored moonshine.
Can you blame her though? It's got to taste awesome.
Oh, I guess
I know better, but it's got to taste awesome.
I didn't even get a sip of that. She had the whole jar herself in one night.
Well,
a woman could put it away.
If you had managed to get there in time to kiss her goodnight, you would have gotten a little taste, but
yeah, a little taste.
Donna said that we did make fun of you, or they didn't. I was not part of the green room yet at the time. They were worried about you and made her check on you.
Yeah,
and then they got to make fun of you.
Sure, go ahead. I mean,
that's what friends do. Are you okay?
Well,
we're laughing our asses off at you now.
Yeah.
The thing is, when you feel free enough to relax enough in front of people on camera, and you go, okay, I'm gonna drink this cheap beer and hope nobody makes fun of me because I'm drinking the cheap beer, but it's what I like.
Yeah.
So where's the problem?
Oh yeah, right there with you. I mean, like jumping back to my joke about the Applebee's being fancy.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'm that way with foods and stuff too. You know, if it's something I like, I don't care if it's the fancy brand or whatever it is.
Yeah. If it's what you enjoy,
Yeah.
go for it. It's your reward for whatever crap you've had to put up with that day.
Sure.
That's kind of what I said earlier about the C word that I can't use anymore because Rob's here. It's like if it's something that you enjoy, you entertain, who cares?
Well, yeah.
Well, you know, jokes aside, it's there's a difference between campy and cheesy. Throw out campy all you like.
Oh
You
yeah.
know,
Oh yeah,
Like I said, cheesy is just the derogatory version of campy. It's
Like the second and third versions of Killer Tomatoes.
Excuse me.
Hey, Killer Tomatoes was campy. The second and third iterations of them, were yeah.
I will never get that damn song out of my head. I don't know how long I'm going to live, but still.
Tomatoes. Well, see, too, cheesy it's an accidental state of being. It's something unintentional. If something's intentionally campy, it by definition cannot be cheesy. And just like
Okay, that's a definition I really would like to adopt. Yes.
So the Killer Tomato movies were campy on purpose, and so by definition, not cheesy.
One night we were playing Pictionary, like win, lose, or draw, and we were drawing things on the board. And my thing to impart to the other folks was Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Okay. Oh yeah, she
Heroes and a half shell. Turtle power.
Hey, sorry, the word was
Glad
to
to have
Josh.
you with
That's
us.
our way of saying hi.
So I was trying to draw Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. So I put a cup of tea, and then I put a horse, saying something like neigh, tea neigh, and then I put a cow, moo, and then I put a tent, teeny neigh, moo, tent. A friend of mine said, the cows that spit the tea from hell.
Well, obviously.
So being the writer.
There's a classic B movie from the 50s that never got made, but it should have been.
Exactly, man.
You just draw a turtle and put a bandana around its eyes.
Well, yeah, I could have, but no, not me. You know me, Dawn. I can't do the easy thing. So anyway, like Dan was kind of saying, the writer in me said, if I'm going to set out to write a B movie. So I started writing The Cows That Spit the Tea from Hell.
Fantastic.
And I've even got the theme song in my head. It sounds like George Thorogood, Born to Be Bad. That's the love theme.
No, it's Born to Be Bred. That's the love theme.
Speak my language now.
It's the story of the devil who is trying to pervert pure soul. And so he tries various plans that don't work. And he thinks, maybe if I can get a cow to spit out this tea from hell onto this girl, then I'll pervert her soul. That's a B movie.
Oh, Lord. What was the name? What was the original name of the hell cow from the Howard the Duck comics? The one that Dracula saved his life by drinking the blood of, and the cow turned into be a vampire. This is only in print. I don't think it's ever been filmed. But seriously,
call Netflix. They'll greenlight it.
That sounds like something Craig Shaw Gardner would write. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Well, Stephen King was busy that week, but no, it wound up in a Howard the Duck black and white comic, I do believe. Correct me if I'm wrong, Rob. But it was back in the day where Howard the Duck was not making enough money for Marvel in color comic books, but had enough interest to where they put out a monthly black and white, almost manga style, for Howard the Duck and Beverly to be shown in bed together numerous times. But that's neither here nor there. But Dracula from the Marvel comic actually encountered this cow and drained it dry, and the cow became undead,
as they do.
which would have been a real problem for the farmer the next day when he tried to milk her. But this is way beyond the story. But,
this might explain the chupacabra, Dan.
Hey.
You guys get down that she likes. That's what she likes about the
classic series of Trek.
Because apparently words are hard for me tonight.
Understand.
Well, I'm gonna run and make something warm and figure out plans for the night. So I'm gonna catch y'all later. I might pop in there for all last man, but we'll see.
Okay. Good luck, Zach.
Thank you. If I don't see you because I've frozen to death, it was lovely knowing all of you. No.
That's why I
Set something on fire.
Now I'm gonna worry all night about you.
No, I'll see you on Thursday.
Oh, okay.
You can't get rid of me that easily.
Stories.
We want
more
updates.
China stories.
We want updates.
You need more China stories.
Oh, we need all your stories.
Oh,
alcohol, lingerie, and chocolate.
We missed you on Friday.
That sounds like a good weekend, Zach.
Zach, we missed
it really does.
We wanted to hear your luggage story, so we need to hear that someday. Okay,
we'll make that happen. I was supposed to be there yesterday, and then I got a text from 4 friends that they're like, "Yeah, we all cleared our schedule. And we're throwing you a birthday dinner. When are you coming over?"
When it's fucking warm enough to go outside again.
Probably
June.
So to end the night of no drinking and having bubbly as beverages, like literally the bubbly water beverages, that's how I end the night with frostbite. So and remember that birthday.
Yeah.
So we'll catch y'all later, Thursday, Friday, or sooner.
See you, Zach.
Yeah, Dan, what they would do was to get around the comics code. If they printed in the magazine sized, it wasn't a comic anymore.
Yes,
so they could be a little more extreme, like with the Conan book, that was often in the magazine sized.
Conan and probably Ransodian as well. There was a lot of sword slashing in there.
Is that a euphemism?
Nope.
Oh,
it meant people's limbs flying off.
Wait. Are you sure that's not a euphemism?
I was interested until you said that. Yeah. Okay. Never mind.
Hey! You put Conan and Red Sonja in a comic book, and you didn't have people having their limbs chopped off?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Howard the Duck still. Okay, never mind.
Oh, no.
Hey, I've already switched liquors, Dan. I ran out of Tullamore, so I'm on the rum again. So
was that Mr. Jerry you're sharing the evening with?
Yep. Jerry, the original.
Hey, Joey.
I don't have a glass.
You're behind the code Friday or Monday, or you still don't know?
As of right now, there probably won't be one because I haven't had anybody get back to me.
Oh, I told Kayla, my niece, that she needs to get a hold of you. I will send your email address. Mm-hmm. Which one is that?
jbachman@ndcd.org.
Okay.
And I did send her another email today. The one email I don't have is Willow Schuyler's.
Oh, okay. I'll see about that too. I'll remind her. I was telling her that, Joe runs ndcd.org. He's not going to talk about it, but I will. And it is a listing of creative people who, writers, artists, streamers, people who have shows, you need to be on there because this will be much cheaper than running your own website and much less headache. Joe does all code stuff.
Does all the headache.
Yeah, exactly. And Dawn will probably have a code she can put up there, a link or whatever in the chat. But, you know, you need to be on there. And it's $40 now. But before that, Joe lost his mind, did it for $5 for a lifetime membership.
Oh, wow.
I mean, you know, this is crazy. And I said, okay, I need to find 4 people who don't have it, and I'm going to pay their $5 because they'll never get around to it. And so I just picked out 4 different people I knew and said, you now have a website. And they're like, what are you talking about? I said, Joe Bachman will be sending you an email. Sign up, do whatever he tells you, give him your links. You're welcome.
No, Carl, do not do whatever Joe tells you because that could be scary.
What do you mean?
We know Joe.
Joe can have fun.
We know Joe. And yes, I took advantage of the $5 for life membership, and I got my niece, the animator, who is by far. I mean, she's been trained by my mom.
Yeah.
She's been trained by her mom. She's been trained, I don't know by me, but maybe a little. And she is looking for a job with Disney or what's one of the little lamp that hops around?
Pixar.
Oh, she's looking, and she was summa cum laude at my high school.
In here.
And she has been going to college, in art college in Savannah for several years. She's about
Does she go to SCAD, Savannah College of Art and Design?
In whatever it is in Savannah, but she's looking to graduate with a really advanced degree here. I think it's this year. And she let me see how I can put this politely. We didn't know my little brother could draw until he started last year. And Mom goes, "You son of a bitch." And she's the one that taught him.
She is a great artist. We saw some of her art on Joe's show when he was putting it up on the webpage, and she's great.
Her main interest is in doing animation. So I look for her to do something really good later on when she actually finds her way. But for right now, she is this absolutely gorgeous little teenage girl. And I'm going, oh, honey, let me warn you about teenage boys, please. And her mom's going,
by the way, Rob, is that a cat on your shoulder?
Yes, it is. It is a. Let's see, wait.
Yeah.
Cosmo Cats with tacos.
Oh! Taco Cats, my favorite palindrome.
Hey, Donnie's got both your favorites on there.
And she's broken.
Yeah.
And on that, I actually need to take off.
I think you want a pickle, though.
Well, Rob, thank you for being here. Really,
Rob, thank you.
I counted it as a personal favor. Thank you. Anytime, just message me and I will give you a link to the show. And you are really one of the most amazing people that I know. Shut up! I'm doing a thing here, and
That's what she said.
Wow.
Okay.
Hey, she didn't say it rapidly enough.
He's saying thank you for classing up the joint.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Ooh, is there another Rob back?
Oh, Chris wants to know. Once said if you let him know if there's any, if the Treasury gets anything, and as the self-appointed president, let me know as well.
Oh, I am full on corrupt already. Sorry.
He's already buying cryptocurrency in the name of the cult of Chris. So
So
Yeah,
we
but-
have me as the president. We have Donna, which is Carl's wife, as the vice president.
Yeah.
Now we need a secretary. A secretary.
Emily was just about to volunteer before you mispronounced that one.
Well, I guess I'll be the IT guy and do the website.
You knew that was gonna happen.
Emily hasn't met Chris yet. She might change her mind on that job.
I've met
Oh,
Chris. Oh, I haven't met him in person. I've
Oh yeah,
met him on-
he's
oh
one thing,
God,
he's one thing
honey! If you
online.
ever meet Chris,
Yeah.
mm.
Oh yeah.
But though, thank you for having me.
Yep.
Yeah,
Thank-
Rob,
and-
nice meeting
Thanks,
you.
Rob.
You too. And Dawn,
Thank
I
you,
apologize.
Rob. Thank you, Rob. I look forward to whatever the next video is you put out because you know it's going to have my immediate seal of approval.
Oh, it's going to be a good one. And if I ever, I get trolls here and there, but this one, it's going to bring them out. Just wait.
And what were you saying, Rob? I think you were going to
Oh.
stroke my ego a little bit. So.
Yeah, I was just going to apologize for accidentally cheese shaming you earlier. It was not intentional.
Yeah, I'm all good. Anybody who knows me knows that it takes a lot to piss me off.
But you never want to be cheese shamed. So
No. Maybe Swiss Colby Jack. But anyway.
hey, that's too far.
Melted, make it into a little drizzle. You're okay.
Oh,
Bye,
cheese
folks.
drizzle.
Cheese
Good night, Rob.
drizzle.
Thank you, Vaughn.
Good night, Rob.
Good night, Rob.
And if you
Cheese
do cream
drizzle.
cheese,
Yeah.
you can do a sweet cream drizzle.
There you go. Yeah.
Sweet cheese drizzle.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, Josh. I already said hi to you. Did you miss that?
Hey, Josh just said hi, Dawn, and gave you a bird.
Uh-huh. I know. I said earlier, as soon as he said hi, I went like this randomly.
Oh, okay.
And this is only the first fucking 2 hours.
I know. Yeah.
I'm not going to make it the last two because I'm...
I think Donna had a nap, so she might make it. I don't know.
How the fuck am I supposed to follow this? This was one of the most wonderful shows that didn't have Joe Dog in it whatsoever. And
Oh, I want to mention that we did find
now
out.
I'm gonna die.
Dan, I want to mention that we did find out that John is still alive and doing
Yes,
well.
yes.
Oh, yeah. that was-
Partially, mostly.
We even heard his voice.
Mhm.
mm,
We were
Okay.
worried about him for a while there.
well, no. I mean, John has a right to have his own life.
What? Okay.
Nuh-uh.
Okay, it could happen.
Happened. Yeah.
Yeah, say, Chris, Joe Dog is a slacker. Nice. Well, I'm just teasing.
Yeah.
mm,
He works
No.
hard for the something.
Yeah, Josh, it was last night, but that's okay. I thought you were there. Wait a minute. Wasn't Josh there last night?
Yes, he was. He
that's
was. And the weather was not cooperating, but
Yeah.
Josh was there.
The weather's been bad for
Greenville
everybody.
was fun. Yes.
Poor Nick came in and his weather was knocking his internet here, there, and everywhere.
Exactly. And
Mine kind of did a weird couple things tonight. So I was like, I don't know if I'm going to get knocked out, but I can hear the wind blowing outside. So,
Well, at least you got electricity, so it's not like Alberta.
oh God, I'm worried about Zachy. I will say that. I saw that. I was like,
Yeah.
oh shit.
well, One thing I'd like to make perfectly clear right now.
I'd like to make something really particular. Go ahead. Sorry.
Shut up, Dawn.
Thing.
Wow.
Uncle Carl, thank you for staying awake this long, because I know the cats have been nagging you for about 45 minutes to go to bed.
No, well, Calvin has. He tried, but Kiddo is under my chair, and he comes over and he tries to be friends with her because all the other cats love Calvin. Okay, Kiddo, not a fan. Okay. So she's like, "Get the hell away from my face! I'm growling at you." So that's who I was yelling at a while ago. Hey, calm down there. You know, she's growling. He's coming up. He's trying to get in her face, smell her butt, whatever, cats do. Yeah.
Talk to the Taco Dan.
If I want to be divorced really quick, yeah. No, and y'all know exactly.
Put your cheesy taco away, Dawn.
My taco is not cheesy.
Y'all know already how much Lindsay absolutely loves and appreciates you. So
Sorry, I put my taco back.
I have free license to be a reasonable human being, not a predator. And I'm going, excuse me, do we need to rewrite this one? Or okay. Oh, yes, dear. Yes, dear. I would like potatoes with that. Yes, dear. If you do not understand that reference, I'm sorry. You do not know British women.
Sorry, I was not paying attention. I was making sure my taco was where it's supposed to be.
He was fixing her taco.
Yeah.
You just gotta adjust your taco once in a while.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to. Good night, Chris.
I am not a taco repairman. Quit calling me.
Wow. This show really went south to the border real quick.
In
where
more
do you
ways
think
than
it
one.
from?
Oh, Lord. If Lindsay watches this, I'm a dead man. I'm sorry. She's a better shot than I am. And I don't know where she hides her pistol anymore.
I thought you were going to say where she hides her taco.
Oh, good night, Chris.
Oh, I know exactly where she hides her taco. I don't know where she hides her fucking firearm.
That's for her to know and you to wonder.
I don't wonder. I just live in dread.
Oh,
come on. Like I'm ever going to do anything to piss her off.
you know
On
better than
purpose?
Even accidentally. I mean, seriously, she thinks this is funny.
you know that you can't piss her off, because you piss her off, you're going to have a whole hell of a lot of people from the HallowCon world going, "Dan, what the fuck did you do?"
No, I'm going to have a whole lot of people from the HallowCon community going, Dan, sorry about that. Here's a wreath.
Thank you, Carl. I'm not wrenched, so I can't post there. So thank you.
You're welcome. Glad to help. I would have seen it sooner, but I didn't even look in the private chat. I was like, you cats get along. Quit it.
It's not even my damn channel. I'm not looking at anything. If it weren't for y'all, I wouldn't know what the fuck was going on. Excuse me for a second. Got to take care of this.
Okay. Uh-oh.
All right, we're ready for part 2.
That's 16 minutes left before part 2.
Mm-hmm.
Doesn't mean I'm not ready, honey.
If you stay ready, you ain't gotta get ready.
just means the foreplay got to go on for a little bit longer.
She's good. Emily's good. She's got it. I need to eat something real quick. I had a little too much.
Not touching that line, Carl, but go right ahead. Emily, I'm not touching that line either.
Hey, it's the truth. If you
I
stay
can-
ready, you ain't gotta get ready, and that's for almost everything.
I can hear you think, dear. It's almost as long. It's almost as loud as Dawn, but not quite as loud as Joe Bob. And he's going, "Oh my God! I hope my wife doesn't watch this."
My wife's been on the show.
I know your wife's been on the show, and hopefully she'll be on the show again.
His wife is currently in bed with a hobo, so
This is true.
These things, they happen, as Dan says.
every night.
Exactly. These things, they happen.
It's a very zen attitude, you know. Cool. Yeah.
Well, you know, a lot of times the world is not prepared for reality to actually take place.
Or smack it in the face.
Uh-huh.
Exactly. And then you've got, written history doesn't pay attention to what actually happened. It's just, ooh, this is the acceptable stuff that went on. Okay, welcome to Facebook.
That was something I was fascinated to see the other day. I was watching a show. They were like, how does Germany teach kids in school about World War II?
That was a good one. Yes.
And they were like, you know, German schools say, okay, look, the mistakes were made. Don't let it happen again. You know, that's what they teach. Japan schools just gloss over the whole thing. What? The 1940s? I don't know.
Well, it happened, but we don't know.
Something happened. Oh, look here. It's the 1950s. Let's go into that. Yeah. It's like, wow. Okay. Interesting there.
However, Russia looks at the 1940s and 1950s and go, mistakes were made. We got behind. Now we're further behind, but give us more money and we'll be able to fix that.
Russians are like that kid that's like, yeah, I won. You know, okay. If you think so, that's nice for you. Yeah.
Won what?
Oh, whatever. They won. You know, they just think, yeah, I won.
Because they're Russian.
Yeah.
You won.
Yeah.
You won being able to survive in Wisconsin. For a typical winter,
we win space race.
Yeah. Call me when Antarctica becomes a challenge.
History is fun because, you know, history is different to each person, how they've interpreted it, and it's really weird to me how certain things can happen and people put their spin on it, and then it becomes their history, and that's what they're going to believe, whether it happened or not.
Yep. And Chris, if I do that, I'm going to be in deep trouble, which is the only reason I haven't done it previously.
Look at his next comment. He's already left.
I don't care if he's left or not. This is a permanent record here.
Hey, Joey, Damien is on Omniversal. He's on Indie CD, right?
Yes.
He posted something about an hour ago, like a little I don't know how to explain it. Well, animation.
Oh.
On his personal page. It's really cool. I just didn't know if you could put that on Indie CD. Because I like making Joey work. I find shit and say, Joey, do this.
Well, Joey finds shit and finds himself going, Joey, do that.
What, Emily? Oh.
Whoa.
Bye.
Didn't hear that, but good night, Emily.
Well, she can't get words in edgewise, I guess. Josh said something about a Siberian gulag. I'm not sure what that refers to. And then Donna says it's like Star Trek's Chekhov's version of Russian history. They invented everything of worth. Yeah. Yeah. That's the way it goes. Yeah.
Did you find it, Joey?
Yeah, but he'd have to actually send it to me. You can't download videos from Facebook. Well, you can, but
you have to go through some
gigantic pain in the ass way of doing it.
Yeah. It's a really weird way to do it.
Okay.
Emily invented everything.
Yes. Hello.
That looks so cool, Joe. The way the smoke was with the background, it looked really weird.
I don't know.
Oh, I got a cat crying in there. Okay, I'm not going to make it to your next show, of course, but
of course, but you will watch it tomorrow.
Oh yeah, I will definitely catch it up.
Render witty comments, and I'm going to go. How the fuck am I supposed to follow this?
Donna, are you going to hang around Dan?
I wish Donna would hang around Dan.
Good night, Josh.
I'm getting nagged already here. He's coming in here nagging me.
Meow.
Meow. He's meowing around in the hall, and then he comes in here and gives me the meow. I'm like, okay.
Cool. At least Dan, you and Donna will have a lovely evening together.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, shit. I woke up Billy.
Bye, Josh.
Oh, this is not good.
Who'd you wake up?
Billy No Mates just woke up because I was doing voices. And he's going, excuse me, dude. Do you really have to do that?
I'm trying to sleep in here. Damn it.
Really? This is the heater. I'm in front of it. Shut the up. Will you please? I'm a cat. Welcome to my life.
Kelly is really weird. If we have one of these little space heaters on, he won't cross in front of it. He doesn't like the wind to blow on him. We're used to having older cats that like meow and carry on if you don't turn on the heater. They would be like, turn on the heater, dude. Old cats love heaters.
Yeah.
I guess kittens don't care for heaters much.
I don't know. Billy just likes the ambient temperature because the heater's aimed at me, but not him. He's just sitting in the background going, "Oh, the room is 78 degrees. I like that. Let me know when it reaches 90, and I'll go off to the living room where it's a little cooler."
Well, I'm used to older cats who will just lay in front of the heater and block it from me. I'll be like, why is it so cold? Oh, yeah, I got cats in front of the heater.
Oh.
Do you hear him? Can you hear him through my mic?
A little bit.
I heard him
I hear
earlier, but not.
something.
He's out there griping because I'm not in bed.
I hear Travis Tritt singing. Is that your cat?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, you know what? You know what time it is?
It's time for Uncle Carl to go to fuck to bed.
Well, Dawn needs to get her sock out.
Oh, this is the problem with being in charge.
Mm-hmm.
I heard that one. Was that Kelvin?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm like, well, I didn't know if that was Kelvin or something coming from my living room.
No, he's griping. I've had cats before that nagged me to go to bed, but this one, he's bad. Gesundheit. He's out there sneezing now. Yeah, I don't know.
We all heard that one. Was that Kelvin too?
Yeah, sneezing. Oh.
Carl, please just remind Calvin of this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, sweetie. Honey Badger doesn't give a shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'll pay for that.
Yeah, I know you will. Oh my God, Joe's got so many damn things here.
He's got a little thing for everything.
No, life on the road's no good for animal.
Yeah, too many women, too many towns.
And then that.
Yeah, just don't rickroll us accidentally or something. We'll be okay.
Oh no, that one's pretty freaking obvious. Oh,
I don't know. Joe might hide one in there.
Yeah.
No, I see exactly, and he calls it gotcha. No, not going there, but I am going here.
Oh, son of a gun. You thought I was going to say son of a bitch, didn't you?
I use that one frequently, but no.
3-minute warning.
3 minutes. Oh, like that's enough time.
For some people, it is.
How are you going to be okay ending this show and then
Thesis just
over to the other one?
in to say hi. Hi, Thesis. Bye, Thesis.
Hi, Thesis. Bye, Thesis. Sorry.
Jump over to Last Man Standing and hang out with Dan.
Jump over to Dan Hollifield's YouTube channel here in about 3 minutes.
Yeah, really. Let me just go ahead and do this in advance. I mean, seriously. We have had a fantastic evening.
Mm-hmm.
I thank you all for being here. I thank everyone who is here for being here. And basically, let's just go touch the face of God.
There's a link.
I will see you shortly in the other channel once I start it.
Just don't forget to hit go live.
I'm trying to hit in stream. You know, I've got to remember that one too.
Wait, Joe knows where the end stream button is.
I have slept the surly bonds of earth and danced the skies on laughter-silvered wings. sunward I've climbed, and joined the tumbling mirth of sun-split clouds, and done 100 things you have not dreamed of. Wheeled and soared and swung high in the sunlit silence. Hovering there, I've chased the shouting wind along and flung my eager craft through footless halls of air. Up, up the long, delirious, burning blue, I've topped the windswept heights with easy grace, when never lark nor even eagle flew. And while with silent, lifting mind, I've trod the high, untrespassed sanctity of space, put out my hand and touched the face of God.